I thought of sharing the recipe for ham and cheese scrolls. For that recipe I'm using 450 grams of bread flour with 40 grams of butter, 30 grams sugar, 5 grams salt, 1.5 eggs and 5 grams yeast and 150 milliliters of water. When you do 1.5 eggs, make sure you put 1 egg first, and the next egg you have to mix it and put half of that and leave the other half to brush the tops. To start this recipe, I'm going to add the bread flour into the mixing bowl. So into the bread flour add the sugar, yeast and salt, not onto the yeast, into a corner. And next add the eggs and start kneading this, adding water little by little, about 5 minutes. So after mixing 5 minutes, add the butter into the mixing bowl and keep on kneading another 10 to 15 minutes and leave it in a grease bowl and leave in a warm place until double in size. So the filling for the ham and cheese scrolls are ready. So for that I'm using about a cup of cheddar and 1 cup of ham and 1 cup of spring onions that I finely chopped. So I'm going to leave this aside until the dough is ready. The dough is ready, so put some flour onto the bench and put the dough onto the bench. This is a bit sticky dough, don't worry about that. Add more flour to get that to the right texture. So press it down and use a rolling pin and roll it to a rectangular shape. So if you are doing the bread dough for the first time, don't get worry if you find this a sticky dough. So you can always add a bit of flour and make it come to a smooth dough like this. So after, put the ham over the dough like this, then sprinkle the spring onions and then the cheese. So I sprinkle the ham, cheese and the spring onions. So slowly roll it over like this from one end to the other, pressing the ends into the ham and the cheese mix like this. So if you find the dough is sticky, always flour your hands and go ahead. Once you roll the dough, it looks like this. So press from both ends and roll it nicely over the bench top like this, and then use a sharp knife to cut according to the size that you like. After cutting the roll, it will look like this. So put them on the baking tray. That you have to grease the baking tray first and leave room to grow again, and leave this in a warm place until it double in size. The ham and cheese scrolls are ready. So I'm going to brush the tops with eggs and going to bake this on 180 about 50 to 20 minutes or until nice golden brown on top. The cheese scrolls are ready, so I'm going to leave them on wire racks to cool down before I separate it. And if you want to freeze this, you can always freeze this and thaw it whenever you want. So hope you will enjoy this. Thank you for watching.